is the specific action step for being all in with your woman, and it's basically, looks a little bit like this. Perfect is radically subjective. It is radically subjective because perfect doesn't exist. We all know that. Nobody's perfect, right? Humans can't be perfect. What's perfect? 3 is perfect. 3 is perfectly 3. You get that? 3 is 3. It's perfectly 3. But 3 doesn't exist. 3 is an idea. 3 exists in the idea space. It arises in language. We made up the word. You know, a table is perfectly a table, except that it's not at all because it's really just a piece of wood with 4 legs. Maybe we should be sitting on it or dancing on it. I don't know what it's really for. You know, like the universe doesn't acknowledge that it's a table. We call it a table. We agree it's a table. We agree 3 is 3. And perfect is like 3. It doesn't exist in the real world. It exists as an idea. And humans in particular are not particularly perfect, right? You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Can't be done. It's radically subjective. And what I say is, this idea that humans aren't perfect is something that most people really struggle with, and it fucks up their relationships in unimaginable ways. Because what happens is, you're like, well, she's perfect, except I kind of wish her tits were a little bigger. You know? She'd be perfect if only like she was more affectionate. It's like, you know, then she does something really boneheaded, like make plans for Saturday night when you clearly, right? And you begin to realize that there's this depth of imperfect in her. And so you break up with her. And that's the never-ending story of your whole life. Because you're not okay with being with a human. Okay? Let me tell you something about humans. Even the radically honest ones, they lie. Okay? They lie. They're duplicitous. The reason they lie, by the way, is because they lie to themselves. We all have places, even me, where like, I don't know that I'm lying. Okay? Because I'm so like into my self-lie. And I'll, you know, defend it with temper. So getting okay with humans is a big deal. All right? We lie, we're duplicitous. It's like, you know, we're jealous and possessive and all kinds of weird shit. All of us. And we all have our unique, special weird shit. And you got to get cool with that. You got to get cool with the idea that if you want to be in a relationship, you got to get cool with being with a human. This gets good in a minute. So here's what you do if you're in love and you want to be all in. And it's a magic trick. You surrender your definition of perfect, which was radically subjective anyway. Your idea of who this perfect woman was, it was totally fucking made up anyway. And it changes all the time anyway. So you surrender it. Who do you surrender it to? You surrender it to her. As a devotional offering. Told you I wasn't going to make it through without crying. God, I want you guys to get this. You surrender your idea of what perfect is to her as a devotional offering. She is your definition of perfect. And when she does something that makes you jealous or totally fucks your mind, you get that that's what you needed to grow as a man. That's what you needed. Even if she leaves you, that's the lesson you needed. That was what was going to be the perfect that got you into the next relationship. What's amazing is when you get to this place, you're unhurtable. Perfect love is this devotional offering to her. And it's, you know, it's a leap of faith, right? It's an all-in. It's a blindfolded poker game. And it's different on the other side. All right. I think I have another point here. Do I have another point on the... Oh, yeah. This is good. So, you know, I was going to do this without a PowerPoint, and then we would have missed, like, the most important part. The ninja jujitsu Jedi wizard move. Okay? So here's the ninja jujitsu. It's, you know, this thing, we're not okay with being in a relationship with humans, most of us. Really. Like, talk to some humans, you realize they're not okay with being in relationship with humans, because when humans act like humans, we get all pissed. Like, oh, you lied. You lied. Like, yeah, of course, because humans do. Just get the fuck over it quickly, please. But here's the thing. Here's the move, guys. Ready? This is the fucking magic trick of the century. If you can do this for another human, and it helps if she has a vagina, because there's like reason to really be with her, like if you're super attracted to her, it's good. If you can get this, getting okay with humans with another person, if you can do this trick for them, you can learn to do it for you. This is the source of all self-confidence. This is the source of all of what my mentor Eben calls self-appointment, which is really all it takes to be your next self, to make this transformation that you know you're on the edge of making. Every man in this room. Or you wouldn't be here. There are men that are not in this conversation, men who don't care. They're so completely shielded behind their bullshit. I used to be that man. They're so in their egoic little personality they think nobody sees under that they don't even have the guts to imagine that they could be that next level. But if you're in this room, it says, I spent some money to get to my next level. You know it. And self-appointment is a breath away. It's just becoming okay with being human. The path to being confident is not to no longer do that dumb shit thing that's so embarrassing to me. It's to be cool with that dumb shit thing that you're going to do for the rest of your life.